Hey guys, it's CMRJ, and that means you could call me RJ. This book is called Saving Red. It's by Sonia Sones. I have said that name so many times incorrectly. Sonia Sones. Sonia Sones. I could have sworn that her name was Sonia Jones for such a long time. Anyways, it's a novel, but it's written like poetry. I didn't really get it, but it was cool. Plus, I read the whole thing in one sitting because, you know, there's not really any words, so that was nice. But before I say anything else, make sure you like and subscribe, hit that bell button so you're notified every time I post, and comment down below if you've ever read anything like this, or just like if you like poetry. I love poetry. This book is about two girls, essentially. One's name is Molly, and the other, Red. Molly has a service dog named Pixel. Christo is her possible future boyfriend, and Red is homeless. It's pretty much the main spiel. Molly wants Red home for the holidays because of, you know, tragic backstory and everything. Like I said, the poetry style was a bit interesting. I was told that, and I knew, but like, it's just interesting because it, like, the style of it follows what's happening in the story, you know? Like, there's a, like, I don't know, like a normal version, setup, situation, whatever. But then, like, sometimes things happen and then she writes it like this, and that was really interesting and made a very different dynamic. I will say that I generally like poetry that rhymes and like has a set rhythm, so I didn't really think about this like poetry and I just kind of read it normally. Like I said, since she changed the style of how she wrote it sometimes depending on what was happening, those bits I would sometimes read out loud just because like that helped me to like fully hear how it was written, and that was really cool. Getting a Snapchat notification. It's absurd, I don't have friends. Also, like, the cover is beautiful. Like, look at that. Isn't that amazing? I love that. Of course, it's only in the dust jacket. Oh, good heavens. Which makes me a little bit sad because I prefer it when it's printed on the hardcover rather than it being a dust jacket. Whatever. Anyway, it's a good sized book, but because of, like I said, because of the way it's written, it's a quick read. On a completely different topic, I think Molly is like 15 and Red is somewhere like 17, 18. I'm not like confident on that, but like that's my assumption, and I figured that might be a bit helpful to explain a little bit of like their, personalities or like maturity level, I guess. You learn about like Molly, obviously, and what made her the way that she is and why she reacts to certain things the way that she does, and like you just learn a good chunk about her backstory, which I thought was really cool. You learn about Red's story, and you learn why she's homeless, among other things. Like, well, I probably shouldn't say anything specific because that would spoil things. Duh. And because of their backstories, they become like fairly good friends, debatably. Molly doesn't have anyone else, so she like latches on to Red, and for the most part it seems like Red doesn't really know how to handle that, but she tries. Like I said, I don't want to give away too much, which I probably already have, I don't know, but it was good. I liked how it was written. I would like a book 2 because the way it ended was good, but also kind of like a cliffhanger. Like, my jaw literally dropped at the last 2 words. I'm not even kidding you. Like, I sat staring at my book just like for way too long. Like, oh my goodness. Like the last page, just, oh my word, did not see it coming. Hoif. Of course, you know, it was more specifically like what those two words meant, but you know, whatever. That's unnecessary. Plus, the author wanted to bring attention to so many things, such as homeless people, which I admire, and this book just kind of like reminds you to be good to people because they're people too. I thought that that was really good. Sorry, I keep looking at my book, which is sitting down here. So that's what I'm doing, because I think it would kill me to just look one direction forever. But like I thought that that was really sweet that she just like reminds you that people are people, you know? Like sometimes you just have to like take a step back and like remember to be kind to people just because they're people, if for no other reason, you know? And like she puts I'm pretty sure she has like, yeah, she has like websites and stuff and phone numbers at the back where it's like there's a homeless shelter directory, a Feeding America, a free clinic, suicide prevention lifeline, like things like that in the back of the book. And I thought that was just really cool. Like she put a way to help people and to get help if you need it at the back of her book after talking about this whole thing. And then apparently I'm seeing she has a different book, seemingly unrelated, but that would be kind of fun to read. But I liked it. It was deeper than I anticipated, like I said, with her like calling attention to homeless people and just different, you know, like styles of life, whether it's on purpose or not. That was my review of Saving Red by Sonia Soames. I said it right this time. It was cute. I kind of loved that it was poetry. Like I said, it's not the kind of poetry that I usually read. I mean, I don't particularly go out of my way to read poetry, but like it was a different style than I'm used to with it being set like a novel, you know what I'm saying? So it was cool to like expand what I think of when I think of poetry, because I tend to have a very specific like format or version, whatever, of poetry that I like. So it was cool to be able to look at this and read a story through a form of poetry. Because I feel like poetry tends to tell a story, but like this, I don't know, it was just interesting to me to read a fictional story through poetry. I thought it was really cool. Well, that's all I have for you guys today. Come back next Thursday for another video. Catch you later. Bye. Said that. On